Hi, everybody. Welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I am Sonia, also known as Sweets, and I uploaded a video today about Father's Day and just a reflection with my dad and my brother, and it literally is one of my favorite videos so far. And the fact that it's here, I can go and watch it anytime, is wonderful. And at the same time, I realize that there might be some people who have a specific challenge with celebrating Father's Day because of a father who's absent, or maybe there's conflict, or maybe there was verbal or physical or emotional abuse or something like that. And please know that I am not actually attempting to send you to something that is unhealthy. So that is not the intent of this video at all. However, it is an intent to kind of share with you some things that have worked for me. Perhaps there are things that I can share with you that can help you rebuild a relationship and help you to get to a healthy space with your father or parent or loved one. And I think that when people are alive, I've experienced a lot of loss in my life, and I have grown to appreciate the time that is left, and the fact that I get an opportunity to spend time with my dad now is such a gift. And it is all because several things. I think, first of all, just God intervened. And if you watch the video, and I'll try to put a card like right here, I think it's right here. If you watch the video, you'll notice that I shared that when I gave my life to Christ, the first thing that God had me to do was to contact my Muslim father. And that was spectacular, actually. So here are the things, and really essentially there's like four. There's three things that I did. One thing I think that God did. So one is God had me call him, and I feel like that was the beginning. There was something about that initial call that helped dissolve what was years and years and years of offense and hurt and pain. When I was born, I believe it was about the year that I was born that my mom and dad got divorced. So I don't know my dad and mom together as a couple, nor do I know living in a house with my dad. And so I don't have a lot of memories of growing up with my dad. So I got really emotional when my dad said that he was there for my birth, because I had no idea. So by the time I got to like high school and college, my mom would never ever say anything negative about my dad. She just kind of wanted me to learn and us to learn for ourselves and have our own opinion about him. I spent a lot of years angry at my dad, even though I loved him, and I would hang out with him sometimes, like in high school and college. I would hang out with him sometimes, and but I was hurt, and I was hurt because I saw the level of effort my mom had to give to raise children, and I always felt strongly that she shouldn't be doing it by herself, and I would express that to her, and that's the way it was. But that caused a lot of anger in me, and I blamed my dad literally for everything that happened in my life, and that's the result of when a father is not there for their kids. That's what happens. Like the child is like either feels abandonment or hurt, or a combination. So here are the three things. So after I was told to contact my dad by God, the next thing is that after that, I just forgave him. All of that hurt and all that pain, and I know that sounds really simplistic, but it literally is that. It's like I packaged it up and was like, here, God, I'm going to give that to you because it's a bit much for me. And once I did that, it opened up this kind of space of compassion that I had for him, where I started to realize that my dad had a history and he had a childhood. And I knew of some things that had happened in his life that I think were incredibly impactful to how he fathers. And I became compassionate toward him. And then out of that compassion, I took that picture of an ideal father-daughter relationship that I had concocted in my head, and I threw it out. So there are times when, I know a lot of females, when because I did it too, think about like marriage and all that. There's this perfect picture that you create in your mind, and it's all, kind of conflict free, and it's It's this perfect picture, which is false. And I had done the same thing with what a daughter-father relationship was supposed to look like. And I had concocted this thing that I thought was healthy, and it wasn't. What was healthy is letting go of that and just letting our relationship be whatever it would be. And when I did that, our relationship blossomed into something really beautiful, where my dad sends me little cute Valentine's Day text messages that I giggle and sound like a 3-year-old girl from. What I didn't realize is exactly what it was perfect. Like I don't need him to call me every day or text me every day. I don't need that. But I love when I get a text out of the blue from my dad. It's perfect. And it always seems like it's timed perfectly. Like it just comes to his mind and he does it, but I love it. And when we talk, it's quality. And I realize that actually I'm very much the same. Like I don't talk to my friends often, but when we talk for a long time, and we get caught up and it's as if we never actually stop talking. And so I'm very much like that. And so letting go of that just seemed to help. So that's it. It's the 3 things I think that really helped. I think starting off by giving my life to Christ and really hearing God tell me, like, call your dad. I think that was a wonderful starting point. And then forgiving him, just releasing it from my heart, because at the end of the day, it was doing me harm. He was going on about his life. He didn't even, well, he did know. Because in high school, college, I actually wrote this very lengthy letter kind of blaming him for all of the bad things that happened in my life. And just, I was hurt and I wrote in anger. But unfortunately, we got past that. But forgiveness first, and then kind of really thinking through like his childhood and what things happened in his childhood, and just several things that I already know happened in his childhood. It helped me to have compassion toward him. And then the last thing was just getting rid of all of the preconceived notions. Like, when people are in relationships or want to be in a relationship or want to be married, they have this idea of what marriage is like, and usually reality is very, very far from that. I think it's the same thing when we're harboring unforgiveness with people who we really love, and time is precious. And once I removed the picture ideal thing that I thought our relationship was supposed to be, it opened up and created a possibility for what is. And what is wonderful, and I love it. And I'm very, very happy to be able to enjoy this time with my dad. And so hopefully that helps, and hopefully you're encouraged by that. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And this was pretty quick, but I wanted to provide this to you all because I realized that sometimes topics like this can be a little bit challenging, but I wanted to share with you from my heart about what's worked for me. And now I get an opportunity to really just enjoy quality time with my dad. And so I wish you all the best. Hopefully you are able to take one or two or all or little pieces of each of them, or I don't know, something that I said today, and you can apply it to your life, and it could help you with some of the unresolved relationships in your life. So thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You are welcome to leave a comment. If you haven't yet subscribed, you are definitely welcome to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.